Yeah, we're back. Alright, let's get this show on the road. I did a lot of training while everybody was gone. And it's nighttime. They kicked me out of the guild. Here's my stats. I've gone up quite a bit. I'm excited. I have learned how to do a 3-strike attack, which is 797. Freaking handy. Very nice. It'll knock your opponent down regardless. Just have to keep in mind that it counts as a 2-hit strike. And if you hit the take Ahura, for example, if you hit her 2 more times, she will fall back over. So don't try and do 2-3 hits in a row, or else you will not hit her with a 3rd hit and waste some SP. Anyway, we got kicked out. It's in the middle of the night almost. I hope I didn't screw us on one point. We'll see if I messed up too bad. Okay, we can get back in. If you leave at night, I think he'll do it for us now. Yeah. Before you leave, Cyrus, I must give you something. In case you do not make it back to the inn before closing time, take our spare key. We lock the inn shortly after midnight. Take care not to lose it. A night spent on the stones of the plaza drags on forever. Alright, so we have a key to the front door now. We can successfully leave and burn time if we need to. I've run into it mostly on the thief, but you can just pick the lock on the door and hope that a guard isn't coming through this door right here to get you. Or down there. So we'll go ahead and go back in here. We'll go to our bed and rest until the morning. Now here's where some interesting stuff starts to happen. We'll go ahead and wake up and walk out here. We'll be greeted. We'll see Abdullah is sitting here, so we'll go sit down and see what's up. A dreadful fire elemental stalks the plazas, burning all it touches. Soon Shapayir will wash away in flames. Hero, you must save us all again. Alright, so it seems like a fire elemental has finally come out and is here to screw around with the city. So it's our job to take care of fire elemental. We have breakfast, we can get up. Sorry about that, something just happened and I had to go make sure nothing was wrong. So, anyway, we'll go ahead and leave and see if we can find this fire elemental that they're talking about. Oh, it's right there. If he hits you a couple times, he will burn you. You don't want that to happen. You can die from it. So, we have on day 5, it's the day of dawning. If you do not get rid of the fire elemental by day 7, it will destroy the city. Luckily, we can do that before it even turns to midday, if we know where to go. So, fire elemental is a Ifrit, which we learned about from Aziza, so let's go back and see if we can learn anything more about this creature from her. We'll knock on the door, she lets us in. We'll be polite and greet her as every time. We'll go take our seat. We will accept the tea. Now that we've shared tea, we will talk with her. To speak with her about the elementals, you'll have to go to the daily news and ask her about the fire elemental. Perhaps it would be well to show you as well as to tell you about such things. The essence of fire is hunger. As long as there is something nearby to burn, it will be able to move freely. It can consume the very bricks which make up the floor of the plazas. Until it is contained, it cannot be controlled. The weakness of fire is water, but the elemental of fire will avoid water by moving away from its source. Unless you find some way to drive or lure the elemental away from the open plazas where there is much it can burn, to a more confined area, you will not be able to use water against it to capture it. Once it is captured and contained, it behaves as a magical flame. Alright, so we know about the fire elemental. We have to draw it away and weaken it with water and capture it. Aziza can't tell us anything else, so we'll go ahead and say goodbye. And look at our map for somebody to talk to about fire. believe the apothecary is a fire person, so let's go see what he has to say about the fire elemental. He'll say this every time, except for this part. Have you seen the fire elemental? It is magic of the most marvelous kind, so very beautiful the dancing flames. If I but had a creature at my command, the pills I would make. Let's ask him about it. You ardently described the fire elemental to Harik. Isn't it exciting? Of course, some people don't appreciate its beauty. They actually want to get rid of it. Okay, let's talk to you about the fire elemental then. Fire glowing in the very semblance of a man, a marvel to behold, and yet a deadly peril as well. To understand the fire elemental, you must know the flame. Tell us. Watch this. See how the flame reacts to incense? Fire is attracted to things it burns because it is very vain. You know, incense would make quite a lure for the fire elemental. It would be very possible to lure the fire elemental away from the plazas using this incense, and where it is weak from hunger and water, capture it. The incense is made from the finest frankincense. It should attract the flame as the moth is attracted to it. It is only 70 centimes. Alright, let's go ahead and buy some since we'll need it. We also got a couple points for learning about that, so let's make a purchase. We'll do the incense, and we'll try and bump him down 5 centimes. And he accepts the price, so we have, let's see, we have water. Mostly full. We'll go ahead and fill those up since we're in the fountain plaza. And we have incense. We have nothing to capture the fire elemental in, so let's go see if we can find somebody nearby who can give us something to capture it in. A pot? I don't think fire would do too well in a pot. Let's go ahead and fill up our sack real quick. Our water skins, excuse me. We'll check the southern part of the plaza. A lamp merchant. Let's try and see what he says about the fire elemental. Brass is essence of all that I sell. Lanterns and lamps, braziers and bottles, tea servers and cups. I have the goods of the finest workers of metal in the city. Let's tell him about the fire elemental. Maybe he can point us in the correct direction. This lamp of brass should serve you against the thing of fire. It is now your own. Oh, so he gave us a lamp. We got points for it. Now we have something to carry the fire elemental in. The shiny brass lamp is engraved on the bottom, Aladdin Lamp Co. You are carrying one. The weight of the lamp is 180 quarks. Okay, so we have water, incense, and a lamp. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, it's still the dawn of the 5th day. So let's take our map and go to the gate plaza. Alright, you see the fire elemental is raging on. We have to take out our incense. You have to do this part a little bit